So the next step, we've done the role. Step 2 is create a good question. As the CEO of Perplexity showed us, that's not easy, is it? Questions are a compass guiding AI to go through all the data, its networks, all the stuff we don't understand. But if your compass, your question is off, it might go south when the answer is up north, right? So questions shape reality. They define what we seek and what we find. So a vague question like write me a good outreach email for a partnership might be a little confusing. So I went with this exact example, and I'm showing this on screen for those who are watching the video. Acting as an affiliate manager for an SEO tool company, creating search content with AI, we wanted to find partners. So I asked it to create me an outreach email. And it gave me this long-winded, very interesting email that started with, I hope this message finds you well, which, by the way, everyone starts with, and I know from experience, and that this is actually spam filtered. So knowing that, I went back and I said, listen, rewrite this to be half the length, because when you ask a good question, it doesn't mean AI is going to give you a good answer. It's how you probe, go a little bit deeper, and be more specific. And this was early for me, so I said, rewrite this to half length, make it less complex, and talk about the SEO expert, use some bullets, and it came back, as you see, with an example that's much shorter, but that first sentence, I hope you're doing well. Now, I know that from experience, but it doesn't know that. So my next question was, do not use hope you're doing well or anything like it for the first sentence. We want to engage the person. We want to talk about them. And so it came back with a much better email. Just wanted to chat about a unique opportunity. Our AI SEO tool has been delivering real results for the past 7 years minus the hype. We've seen your work and think you might find it useful. That's a little bit better. But as I went in, I said, let me have a more casual conversational tone. Again, the sound of it, what it puts out, and I can't stress enough, use these AI voice tools to read it out loud to you or have a friend. You'll hear the really bad stuff. It can't help it. But then since I did casual and conversational, it said, just a quick message to share something cool. Our AI SEO tool, right? That's way too hip for me. So I said, let's back off on that. Let's make it a little bit more in professional tone. And so we started working through a few iterations. I asked it for 10 subject lines. See what we're doing in the process here, working from the content. And then I wanted it to give a little bit more energy to it. And so I asked it another prompt, and I said, quick note about something that's been making waves, our AI SEO tool. It's been smashing it for the past 7 years, all meat, no potatoes. Notice your killer work and had a hunch it might tickle your curiosity. Not too bad. But as I worked it further, it came down to a little bit better approach, and then I ended up writing it myself. And the great takeaway was, always, even with AI, you probably want to write the first sentence and the close, because it's not good at that, but it's really good at the middle and at giving you models. So what we did was ask the question, but also dig a little bit deeper. That's how you find a great question. So the next step we sort of crossed over earlier is asking follow-up questions. We need to get clarity. It's really hard to ask it in one question and to keep things simple. So I had an interview in this podcast, The AI Optimist, with Masood Alabash of Amadeus.com, who does intelligent objects and object messaging, which were really complex technical subjects. So what I did was went in and prompted it to write me a blog post article about object messaging and about intelligent objects so I could see what it was, but I wanted to know what questions to ask my interviewee. So using the same model, sort of like Claude did with the interview, I said, can you help me come up with a list of thought-provoking interview questions to ask Masood, who runs Amadeus and gave it the website? I'd like a list of 20 questions focused on enterprise adoption of the Amadeus project, and then included his description, a major paradigm shift for software and AI integration using object messaging and intelligent objects. And the beauty of it was, what I wanted to do was not only find the questions, but being able to do this through write me a blog post article about it, understand it, and then find the questions that I could ask and feel comfortable with. And some of these questions are just so spot on, they help make the interview really good. Like, how does Amadeus handle the complexities of real-time data and decision-making in an enterprise setting? And what kind of challenges did you face implementing object messaging? And do you think the object messaging model used in Amadeus could become an industry standard? Why or why not? Do you see what AI was doing? It's the same thing I'm sharing here, how to ask good questions by giving me good questions. This is how we learn. And by doing this with trial and error through practice, you're able to really make this happen a lot faster and get a lot better answers. So remember, it's not just the questions you're asking, but you can ask AI to help you with questions, even creating prompts, which are, after all, questions.